Hi, this is Jim Newcomb in 7LDL with Lido Radio Products. And if you've got an Icom ID-5100 or an IC-2730 made by my former employer, Icom America, and you're wondering how to take it on the road with you and you've got a mount. Maybe you've got a Bulletpoint mount or you've got a RAM mount, or maybe you have one of our Lido mounts and you're not exactly sure how it attaches to any one of those mounts. In this video, we're going to show you how to hook it up. Okay, let's do it. All right, we've got our ID5100 and our IC2730, and we want to hook it to a mount. The first thing we have to do is decide what mounting remote head bracket option we want to use. So at Lido, we have this setup here. I don't recommend this unless you need to, unless it's an emergency type operation, but it's basically a clamp that will fit onto the ID5100. It holds it pretty secure. It's not bad. And this end will go onto a 17mm ball, also called a Garmin ball. It looks like this. This is on our cup holder mount. So if you want a real quick quick mounting solution, this bracket along with a cup holder mount work really good. We also offer an event mount and a suction cup mount. We have them on our site. It's not what I truly recommend, but it will work. What I recommend is using Icom's magnetic system. So Icom's magnetic system attaches to the ID5100 or IC2730 through these two holes. And basically, you're going to screw a magnet into these two holes. And the holes are really, they threaded them for a 2.6mm screw, not a 2.5, which you can find at any store, 2.6mm. Not sure why, but if you do need to find these, you can find them at Micro Fastener. That's where I found some. So what we're going to do is Icom offers a magnetic system for the IC2730. It's called an MBA-5. For the ID5100, it's called an MBA-2. If you go to DX Engineering or Ham Radio Outlet, which are our dealers, you're going to pay somewhere between 35 and 40 bucks. I've seen them for $25 out there, but usually it's somewhere in that range. At Lido, we've made a clone or an aftermarket unit, which is very similar to Icom's MBA-2 or MBA-5. We sell it online for $19.95, 20 bucks basically. But it attaches the same way, looks very similar to what Icom offers. So the first thing we're going to do is attach the magnets with a 2.6mm screw. In this case, we're going to attach it to the ID5100. One. And this can be a little frustrating because they are magnets. So just be patient when you're putting these on. I can do it, so pretty much anybody can do it. Okay, so now we have our magnets attached, and the way the system works is you have a metal plate that comes with the bracket, the remote head bracket. And you'll notice there's little ridges here, or basically a little cup. You want to make sure that the magnets go down into that cup. So the magnets just attach down to the cup and we'll hold the control head, and then you can pull the control head off the magnets. So the next step is, how are we going to attach this to our mounts? Well, the cool thing about this is called a 4-hole amps pattern. There's 4 holes here. Very much a standard in the electronics industry. And so if we want to attach it to, say, a RAM mount or a Bulletpoint mount or a Lido mount, we basically do it the same exact way. So what I'll do for this example is we'll attach it to the RAM mount. And the difference between a RAM mount, a Bulletpoint mount, a Lido mount is basically the size of the ball that attaches to their mounting system. So in RAM, they use a 1-inch ball. It's also called a 25mm ball or a RAM B size ball, which is what we're going to use. They have different sizes for different weights, but the most common one is the 1-inch 25mm RAM B size ball, all the same thing. So we're going to attach the metal bracket to the RAM mount. And you can see the holes line up. It's called a 4-hole amps. RAM offers this. We offer this on our site as well. And it comes with a lot of the mounts that you'll find in our ID5100 collection. So you're just going to run 4 screws through it. And with our clone plate and magnet mount, it does come with the screws to attach it to the mount. So you don't have to run off and get them. So we're just going to attach the four screws and nuts to the plate, to the RAM mount. Okay. We're going to tighten that down. Again, remember to keep, you'll see there's kind of like a little cup, and it's actually part of the system. I call it a cup, it's a ridge, whatever you want to call it. Right here, it's a little ridge, and it's designed for those magnets to sit down in it, so it doesn't slide all over the metal plate. So you just set it down on the ridge, and you can see it holds it really secure, and then you just pull it off. And so you would attach this portion to your RAM mount. And this is a 20 millimeter ball, and this would go to a Bulletpoint mount. As you can see, it would be the same configuration. They've got a 4-hole amps pattern. You would attach the metal plate to their 20 millimeter ball and then put it on the mount. For the Lido mounts, we use a 17 millimeter ball. And we also have the 25 millimeter ball and the 20 millimeter ball available for all of our mounts. But this is the 17 millimeter ball. We would attach this metal plate to that 17 millimeter ball. And then, say if we had a cup holder mount, which is a real popular mount, has a 17 millimeter ball, looks like this. You just run the ring over it, attach it, and then tighten the ring down. And then your ID5100 will be attached to your Lido mount. But let's suppose, as most ham radio operators, they want to put more than an ID5100 on their mount. So we offer that. You can do that with our it's an LM-EXT01, and I'm going to put a link to all these parts down below in the description of this video. But this is called an LM-EXT01. It's a lightweight aluminum anodized plate that we can mount multiple devices with. So I've got another extra plate here. So as you can see, like I said, it's got a 4-hole amps in the middle of this metal plate, and this has a 4-hole amps that you can attach the plate to, and then you would attach your ID5100 to that plate. The cool thing about this also is while we attach our ID5100, we have room for a microphone, or maybe we want to mount an IC-2730 to it, or an IC-7100 to it. We could do that. We can mount multiple devices to it, along with a microphone or dual microphones. And on our site, we've got a lot of different configurations you can set up. But anyway, this is the basis for mounting multiple devices to an ID5100 or an IC-2730, which has the same magnetic system. So with all that said, if you do have any questions, please get a hold of me. I can be reached on my email, which is jim@lidoradio.com, or you can call me. My phone's pretty busy. It's 949-690-5616. Leave a text there. If you go to www.lidoradio.com and you hit chat, you're going to get right to me that way as well. So you can chat with me, okay? Again, if you have any questions, please get in touch with me, and I do appreciate your time. Thank you.